네, 안녕하세요. 1타 강사 헤일리입니다. 영어 때문에 너무 머리 아프시죠? 영어 고민이 있는 곳이면 어디든지 찾아갑니다. 자, 오늘은 어디로 찾아가면 될까요?
오늘은 대학교 영어 동아리입니다.
네, 자, 대학 생활. 자, 영어에 대한 흥미와 또 영어 공부가 굉장히 중요해지는 시기인데요. 우리 대학생들은 어떤 영어 고민을 가지고 있을지 찾아가 보겠습니다. 네, 반갑습니다. 저는 헤일리가 떴다의 헤일리입니다. 박수! 네. 네, 그러면 이제 이 타임 동아리는 뭘 하는 동아리인지, 어떤 동아리인지 소개해 주실 분.
저희는 이제 학기 중에 영어를 좀 더 친숙하게 하고 싶어서 매주 학술 기사를 발췌해서 이제 학생들이 토론을 하고 있는 학술 활동 동아리고요. 그리고 학생들이 좀 부담스럽지 않게 그냥 가벼운 기사로 진행하고 있습니다.
네, 자, 그렇다면 이제 헤일리가 떴다의 상담 타임 가져보도록 하겠습니다. 네, 그럼 이제 여러분들의 영어 고민을 한번 들어보도록 하겠습니다. 첫 번째 고민, 털어놔.
평소에 회화를 할 때 머리로는 이제 무슨 말을 할지 연상이 되는데 문법적으로 이제 틀릴까봐 노심초사해서 정확한 문장을 자신 있게 말하기가 너무 두려워해.
맞아요. 이게 정말 큰 회화의 고민인데요. 뭔가 말은 하고 싶은데 한국말로만 계속 맴돌게 되고 문법을 고민하면서 이제 그 말하는 타이밍을 놓쳐버리는. 자, 그렇기 때문에 우리는 그런 문법 고민은 이 대화가 시작하기 전에 해놨어야 돼요. 자, 그래서 저희는 이제 진단 테스트를 한번 보도록 하겠습니다. 영어로 바꿔보도록 하겠습니다.
I'll pick the red color t-shirt.
자, I will pick, 틀린 말이 아닌데요. I will go with 혹은 I will take 이런 식으로 조금 더 응용할 수 있는 문장 구조를 외워놓으면 좋을 것 같아요. 자, 두 번째 문장 역시 바로 번역해봅니다.
I'm here to watch a movie.
Very good, perfect. I'm here to watch a movie. 그쵸? 이런 식으로 왔어를 come이라고 직역하지 않고 I'm here to라고 자연스럽게 말할 수 있는 게 중요하죠. 자, 그래서 우리가 잘 쓸 수 있는 가성비 좋은 문장들을, 문장 구조들을 몇 개 외워놓으면 굉장히 좋아요. 자, 첫 번째 말한 것처럼 I'm here to do something. I'm here to watch a movie. 여기에 무엇인가를 하러 왔어. I'm here to. 또 제가 이런 표현들 외우는 것 중에 제일 좋아하는 방법 중에 하나는 남이 만들어 놓은 표현을 그대로 내가 가져가서 먹는 거죠. 제가 좋아하는 샘 스미스 노래 가사 중에 I'm not here to make friends. 여기에 친구 사귀러 온 거 아니다. 그런 대사가 있거든요. 자, 그러면 I'm here to 뭐뭐 하러 왔다. I'm not here to 그거 하려고 온 게 아니다. 그래서 I'm here to 추천합니다. 자, 두 번째. 뭐뭐 할게, 뭐뭐 선택할게. I'll pick, I will choose. 당연히 쓸 수 있는 표현들이지만 조금 더 자연스럽게 I'll take something. I'll go with something. 이런 표현들도 잘 써보면 응용할 수 있는데요. 자, I'll take something 무엇인가를 하겠다. 이거 내가 가지고 가겠다. 쇼핑할 때 많이 쓸 수 있죠. I will go with 비슷하지만 또 약간의 뉘앙스 차이가 있는데요. I will go with은 몇 개의 옵션이 있을 때 그 중에서 하나 저걸로 하겠다라는 뉘앙스와 비슷하다고 보시면 되겠습니다. 응용을 해서 다시 한번 문장을 바꿔볼까요? 자, 교수님 뵈러 왔어요.
I'm here to meet professor.
Right, I'm here to meet my professor 혹은 I'm here to see my professor. 자연스럽죠. 자, 그렇다면 우리 여기 놀러 온 거 아니야. 이제 회장님이 얘기해 볼까요?
I'm not here to enjoy.
그렇죠. I'm not here to enjoy. I'm not here to play. 그렇죠. 우리는 여기에 조금 더 심각한 공부를 하러 왔다. What do you want to drink?
I'll take lemon juice.
I will take a latte. 자, 들으셨죠? 피디님 들으셨죠? 자, 고민이 해결됐길 바라면서 두 번째 고민으로 넘어가겠습니다.
저는 영어 듣기가 고민인데요. 리스닝을 할 때 너무 길어지거나 너무 속도가 빠르면 잘 따라가지 못하고 놓치는 경우가 많아서 그때 듣기를 할 때 어떻게 따라가야 될지 너무 궁금합니다.
근데 우리가 사실 정말 귀에 피가 나도록 미드 쉐도잉 해라, 쉐도잉하면 좋다라고 들었는데 어떻게 해야 할지 체계적으로 알려드릴게요. 자, 이 한 문장 받아 적어볼게요. Go!
I've never been more stressed out in my entire life. I've never been more stressed out in my entire life. I've never been more stressed out in my entire life.
I've never been more stressed out in my entire life. 자, 이 문장 왜 안 들렸는지, 그리고 안 들린 부분을 내가 어떻게 쉐도잉을 해야 진짜 귀가 열릴 수 있는지 지금 알려드릴 거예요. 자, 첫 번째로 우리가 미드를 볼 때 일단 그냥 듣기. 자, 아무런 자막의 도움 없이 스크립트 보지 말고 그냥 듣기. 즉, 이 영어를 소리로만 바로 받아들이면서 안 들리는 구간이 있으면 따라해 보려고 하는 거고요. 분명히 막히는 부분, 그때는 자막 띄워주기. 그래서 첫 번째 그냥 들으면서 왜 이렇게 안 들려? 저게 무슨 소린데? 라는 생각이 들면 그때 이제 자막을 띄워봅니다. 왜 안 들렸는지 분석을 해보면서 다음번에 비슷한 패턴을 같이 들어주는 게 중요한데요. 자, 우리가 영어가 안 들리는 이유. 이 단어, 발음 모르는 단어 아무것도 없을 건데, 하지만 우리가 발음만큼이나 간과하는 게 강세. 인토네이션을 잘하면 내가 스피킹을 유창하게 하는데도 도움이 되거든요. 그러니까 강세가 무슨 소리냐면 영어에는 어떤 음절은 확 강세를 주고 어떤 음절은 확 강세를 내리는 그런 웨이브를 타게 되잖아요. 자, 그래서 보편적으로 영어는 1음절의 강세를 확 주고 나머지는 뺄 거예요. 그러니까 스트레스, 네 음절짜리가 아닌 스트레스. stress. 그래서 stress의 강세 확 주고 나머지는 빼더라. 자, 그렇다면 반대로 entire 같은 경우는 entire이 아니라 entire 이런 식으로 강세를 주게 됩니다. 자, 그래서 내가 쉐도잉을 할 때 이런 강세에 조금 더 신경을 써주면 당연히 귀가 조금 더 능동적으로 열리게 되고요. 또 내가 스피킹을 할 때도 적용을 할 수 있기 때문에 조금 더 자연스러운 스피킹이 완성되죠. 자, 그렇다면 오케이, 스트레스가 안 들린 거 강세 때문에, entire 역시 강세 때문에. 그럼 나머지 얘들은 무슨 일이었는가? 연음. 자, 내 리스닝의 가장 큰 숙적, 연음이 되는 건데요. 자, 그럼 연음은 어떤 패턴이 있냐면 이 문장 안에서 그렇게 의미를 가지고 있지 않은 단어들은 다 갖다 붙일 거예요. 자, 그래서 I've never been, 이게 한 묶음. I've never been이 한 묶음. 해서 I've 연음 치면서 I've never been. I've never been. 그 다음에 more stressed out. 요렇게가 또 한 묶음이니까요. more stressed out, more stressed out. 여기는 크게 연음을 안 주는 이유가 이 구간이 제일 중요했기 때문에 more stressed out. 자, in my entire 또 요렇게 묶어주겠습니다. 그러니까 in 같은 발음을 in이라고 하는 게 아니라 in my entire life, in my entire life. 하지만 현실적으로는 내가 사실 저게 in인지 on인지 n인지 몰라도 stressed out, never, entire life 그 정도만 들어주면 의미 파악은 되지만 쉐도잉을 할 때는 지금 이게 in my entire이 아니라 in my entire 이런 식으로 쉐도잉을 해주면서 자막을 보고 이게 이런 논리구나. 그리고 마지막으로 다시 들어주시면 이제 귀가 내 귀 되게 괜찮게 열려있는데 뻥 뚫렸는데 그런 느낌이 올 거예요. 자, 그래서 항상 쉐도잉을 조금 더 효율적으로 강세와 연음과 발음에 맞춰서 해주시는 걸 추천드립니다. 한 번씩 읽어볼게요. I've never been more stressed out in my entire life. 자, 그럼 이제 두 번째 문제 들어보겠습니다.
This is terrible. What am I supposed to do if he asks me? This is terrible. What am I supposed to do if he asks me?
What am I supposed to do if he asks me? 자, 여기서 또 왜 안 들렸는가? 똑같이 연음, 강세, 발음을 볼 텐데요. 이 what am I supposed to do? 뭘 어떻게 하라는 거냐? 어쩌라고의 의미가 되는데요. 그래서 하나로 있는 표현이기 때문에 굉장히 연음이 심해집니다. 여기서도 마찬가지로 A 발음 안 할 거고요. What am I? What am I? What am I supposed? 강세가 supposed to do. supposed to do. 그렇기 때문에 앞에 써 발음이 잘 안 들리죠. What am I supposed? D와 T는 발음이 비슷하거든요. D, T 비슷하니까 역시 연음으로 한번 엮어줄 거고 What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? if 발음에서도 똑같이 모음 I를 빼고 if he, 그러니까 if he가 아닌 if he asks me. If he asks me. 강세를 뺀다는 게 그러니까 여기서 결국은 모음을 발음 안 한다고 생각하시면 돼요. 이제 SUP라고 발음을 하는 게 아니라 이런 식으로 발음하시면 더 자연스럽습니다. 그럼 다시 한번 해볼까요? Supposed to do. 그렇지. If he asks me. 그렇죠. 네, 그러면 이제 세 번째 고민 들어볼게요.
저는 영어로 말할 때 틀에 짜여진 말하기가 계속 나와요. 예를 들어서 나 쉬고 싶어 라는 문장을 말하려면 I need a break가 정확한 표현인데 계속 I need to take a rest처럼 형식적인 문법이 나오는 게 좀 고민입니다.
이 다음 레벨로 넘어가기 위해서는 이런 뉘앙스, 뜻은 알고 있지만 휴식 어떤 차이가 있는 휴식인지를 이해해 주는 게 중요하죠. break는 말 그대로 뭔가를 한번 끊어주는 거예요. 그러니까 summer break, 학기가 되다가 브레이크 한번 끊어주고 이렇게 또 겨울 학기가 이어지는 수업과 수업을 끊어주는 그런 그러니까 시간을 얘기할 때 브레이크라고 하는 거죠. rest는 뭔가 내 몸과 마음이 쉬는 그런 약간 더 추상적인 단계가 됩니다. 내가 브레이크라 그래서 무조건 rest를 하는 건 아니거든요. 그러니까 내가 I need a rest 그러면 좀 누워서 쉬고 싶다. 그런 얘기가 되는 거죠. 촬영 5분 쉬고 갈까요? We need a break. 하지만 오늘 다 탈탈 털렸으니까 집에 가서 you need to rest. 이런 차이가 있는 거죠. 그래서 그런 뉘앙스의 차이 한번 보시면 좋을 것 같아요. 자, 그렇다면 제가 이 rest와 break를 가지고 테스트 한번 해보도록 하겠습니다. 문장 2개 드릴 건데요. running을 한 다음 날에는 쉬는 게 중요하다. 그럼 여기서는 break를 쓸 것인가? rest를 쓸 것인가?
rest.
그쵸. 왜냐하면 여기서 쉬는 거는 뭐가 쉬는 거다? 내 열일한 근육들이 쉬는 거다. 그래서 그런 휴식을 취하게 하는 게 중요하다. 의사 선생님이 러닝을 한동안 쉬는 게 좋겠습니다. rest다, break다. 그쵸. 왜냐하면 러닝을 하는 것을 멈춰라, 좀 끊어라 였기 때문에 break. You need to take a break from running. 자, 그래서 첫 번째 문장은 러닝을 한 다음 날에는 쉬는 게 중요하다. You need to rest the day after you run. 두 번째 문장은 You need to take a break from running. 러닝을 한번 끊고 좀 쉬다가 그때 장기적인 레스트를 하다가 다시 돌아가는 게 좋겠다. 오묘한 뉘앙스지만 우리가 이걸 확실히 활용할 수 있으면 영어가 한 단계 더 업그레이드 됩니다. 네, 그렇다면 내 영어의 뉘앙스, 내 영어 레벨을 조금 더 올려주기 위한 그 뉘앙스의 차이점. 한국말로 봤을 때는 해야 한다 라고 똑같은 의미가 있는데요. should는 안 해도 되는 거, 하면 좋은 거, 했으면 좋겠다, 하는 게 좋겠다. 조언이 되는 거고요. have to, 꼭 해야만 한다. 안 하면 큰일 나는, 꼭 해야만 하는 그 해야 된다가 have to. 주말에 청소 좀 해야겠다. 그렇다면 I should clean my room this weekend. 자, 그러면 내일 부모님이 오실 때 집 치움은?
have to.
그 잠금 쫓겨나는 거야. I have to clean up. I have to clean the house. 자, 이 뉘앙스의 차이가 되는 거죠. 아, 좀 해야 되는데 안 하면 큰일 나겠다. should와 have to. 1시까지는 나가야 돼요. 자, 이건 맥락을 알려드릴게요. 저희가 이 강의실을, 이 방을 1시까지 예약했어요. 자, 그렇다면 우리는 1시까지 나가야 된다. 영어로.
I have to.
그치. We have to leave by 1 o'clock. 포인트는 have to. 이렇게 보시면 되겠습니다. 네, 그래서 오늘 여러분의 영어 고민이 조금은 해결됐기 바라면서 지금까지 저는 1타 강사 헤일리였습니다. 감사합니다. 1타 강사 헤일리의 헤일리가 떴다 였습니다. 영어 고민이 있으시다면 어디든지 찾아가겠습니다. 댓글로도 고민 많이 남겨주세요.
This is your special interview. Well, who hasn't heard about K-pop Demon Hunters at this point, right? It's been shattering records and shining a spotlight on the global power of K-pop. So the movie's mix of thrilling action and, the idol energy has really created a lot of excitement among fans all around the world. And today we're joined by someone right at the heart of it. Do you know all the characters' names, by the way? Romance is one of the Saja boys, right? So if you have seen him on stage or even right before our special interview, you might have seen his pink heart-shaped hair and all that, an unforgettable stage presence. But, beyond the visuals, there is this unique charm and energy that fans just can't get enough of. So our guest today has brought him to life through his singing. That's right. So we're really excited to hear about the creative process that went into this. So please welcome Samuel Lee, who is a singer-songwriter and the singing voice of Romance from K-pop Demon Hunters. Hi, welcome to the program. Woo!
Hi, thanks for having me.
Yes. So we've been looking forward to this ever since we found out that you might be on the show. So I do want to ask you to say hello to our listeners, our audience, and tell us about your character Romance from the Saja Boys.
First, do not bring flammable materials to the mountains. Second, do not cook or camp in the mountains. Third, do not litter cigarette butts. Your small actions are the first step towards protecting the beautiful forest. This campaign is brought to you by BEFM 부산 영어 방송.
Want to be a friend of BFM Busan 영어 방송? You can chat with BFM through our Kakao Talk service. You can share your messages and photos through Kakao Talk, and you can easily become BFM's Kakao friend by searching BFM through the Find a Friend option. Come share and chat with us at BFM anytime, anywhere for free. Don't forget to add BFM 부산 영어 방송 to your Kakao friends list.
Man, I haven't got a chance. I call him.
The time is now 7 o'clock.
Now that we're well into 2026, many surveys and analysis reports of the price of things are emerging. The Korea Consumer Agency, through its price information portal known as True Price or 참가격, well, if you look through that, they have a list of the popular dining out menu items in Seoul, and the year-on-year hikes are notable. The average prices of 8 popular food items increased roughly by 3 to 5% in 2025 compared to the same period the year before. And kimbap came out on top with the steepest hike, with the average price of a single roll jumping 5.7%. And you might think, is that a lot? But all of that adds up. Coming in number 2, kalguksu, knife-cut noodles at 4.9%. Kimchi-jjigae at number 3, 4.7%. And of course, there are contributing factors to these sharp increases like labor costs, higher rent and utility bills, and a jump in ingredient prices. We know this in our heads, but what's happened to our beloved kimbap, our most supposedly affordable, quickie go-to lunch item? I'm Catherine. This is Morning Wave in Busan on Thursday, January 15th on BEFM 부산 영어 방송. Good morning, Wavers. I hope you're all doing well. It is Thursday already, if you can believe. And 2025 is well behind us now as we mark the halfway point of January today. Today is, yes, the 15th of January. But we are still getting some economic figures that give us a snapshot of the state of things from the final month of last year. So in the opening, I talked about the price of, food items going up. And now we're going to take a look at the overall economy. And it should come as no surprise that the picture isn't very rosy when it comes to both the currency rate and jobs. The low Korean won to US dollar currency valuation that weighed down the Korean economy last year was no exception for last December. According to the Bank of Korea figures yesterday, the cost of imported goods, 수입 물가, went up by 0.7% between November and December, marking the 6th consecutive month of increases. And as the currency rate is still lingering in the mid to high 1,400 won to $1 range, experts predict that this economic pressure will continue. Well, what about jobs? Well, South Korea did add 193,000 additional jobs last December compared to the same month last year or the year prior. But it wasn't as much as we'd like to see, as a rate of increase has consistently been below 200,000 for the last couple of years. Not just that, the country saw a loss of 125,000 jobs in the construction sector and a loss of 81,000 jobs in manufacturing. Breaking down this by age, unemployment rose by 6,000 people for those in their 30s And this age group, which is supposed to be among the most economically active, had 309,000 people who just decided to take time off. 쉬었음 is, I guess, the term in Korean, showing the highest figure since record-taking began in 2003. And experts attribute this to a change in corporate culture where companies prefer to hire a smaller number of experienced workers as opposed to new recruits. But then I do wonder, how can the new recruits get experience if they're not hired? So that's why it's a vicious cycle. And this is a snapshot of the economy from last month. And here's hoping that things will thaw considerably as we move into 2026. And now it's time for a text topic. So are you ready for this? What are some specific things that you hate about winter? Yes, I know it's cold. Or today in the morning it was a little, drizzly. But I want the specifics. 내가 겨울에 특히 싫어하는, 힘들어하는 것은. Details. It's all in the details. 자세히 알려주면 더 재밌을 것 같습니다. So send in your thoughts about the specific things that you can pinpoint that you really detest, that you hate about winter. You can send them into BFM's live stream, live chat on YouTube. Go to the YouTube platform and type in BEFM, 부산영어 방송, to find our channel, subscribe, log in, and chat with our other waivers from your phone, pound 9050, shop 9050. That will cost you 100 won. You can also reach me for free on Kakao Talk. To find our account, type in BEFM or 부산영어 방송 in Kakao. And once you do, you add us as a friend first. And then you can send in your messages that way as well. The ways you can tune into our program, Morning Wave in Busan, 90.5 or 103.3 FM. If you're in Busan, we're streaming on YouTube right now. Check us out if you haven't. And if you have time later on, at your leisure, you can watch it multiple times. Also available on the BEFM app and Popbang app. And they're really easy to download. Both are free. Looking ahead to our Thursday morning together, what do we have for you? We have our daily segments. We have Now in Busan with Chien. Haley's coming in for top stories in hour number 1. Hour number 2, Wa글와글 tea time. And we have also Ask Dr. Ryu with Dr. Ryu Sang-hyo. That's coming up in hour number 1. Cultural Interlude, Michael's back. He's coming in hour number 2 for a special interview. Today we're going to have an in-house guest come in, meaning we usually have Zoom interviews. They're going to be coming into the office, to the studio, and we're going to talk about strengthening Korean-German cooperation, because we're going to have the president and CEO of the KGCCI. Do you know what that entity is? It's the Korean-German Chamber of Commerce and Industry. So she'll be in the studio with me later on in hour number 2. I'll be back with news overview. It is now time for a news overview. Seoul City bus strike ends. Unionized bus drivers in Seoul have reached a collective wage deal with the management, ending a 2-day strike with the buses running normally starting this morning. PPP split over expulsion of Han Dong-hoon. An internal rift within the opposition People Power Party, or PPP, is growing after its ethics committee decided to remove former chair Han Dong-hoon from the party over his family's public opinion manipulation allegations. Police raid lawmaker Kim Byung-gi and puts him under travel ban. The police raided the home and offices of Democratic Party lawmaker Kim Byung-gi and put Kim and his wife under a travel ban as part of an investigation into allegations of bribery and other irregularities. Regulator urges Coupang to take down independent data leak probe results. The Personal Information Protection Commission, or PIPC, yesterday requested Coupang to remove the results of its independent probe into the massive data leak from its mobile app and website, describing them as unverified information. U.S. and Denmark hold talks over Greenland. The foreign ministers of Denmark and Greenland met with U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance for talks in Washington, with the Danish foreign minister saying that it is absolutely not necessary for the U.S. to acquire Greenland. And this was News Overview. It's now time for Now in Busan. We have Jian here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, I want to get your take on what you do not like about winter. Do you have anything in mind?
So I actually have a question for you
Sure.
and also for waivers.
Uh-huh.
So is it true that everyone here in Busan loves snow?
Yes. Oh, okay, our PD name is speaking on behalf of, I guess, the Busanites.
Yes.
She's like, yes.
So my follow-up question is
Yes.
for waivers who joined the military before. Do you still love the snow?
왜요? 근데 다녀오면 싫어지나요?
Yes. Now all you can think of is that, wow, look at that beautiful trash coming down from the sky consistently, nonstop. Look at that.
Oh, no, because you got to...
Because we gotta do the 제설, like the snow.
The defrosting and the cleanup. Now, anytime I see snow, I will think of all the soldiers, all the military personnel and their parents who, I'm sure many people who have been in the military, they know what you're talking about. So that was the best. 하늘에서 쓰레기가.
Yeah, as ex-military personnel, that's all I can think of.
Okay, thank you for sharing. That's a good one. Okay. Well, we're going to jump into our first Busan story. We're hearing that a conclusion has been reached on whether to integrate the administrations of Busan and Gyeongnam. Walk us through the details.
After 15 months of deliberation, the Deliberative Committee on Administrative Integration of Busan and Gyeongnam has concluded that administrative integration between the two regions is necessary. To minimize potential conflict after integration, the committee recommended holding a residents' referendum. Attention is now focused on when the referendum and the election for a unified local government head could take place. Since opposition to the integration still exists, and the committee emphasized the need for continued discussion and public communication throughout the process, the final decision will ultimately be determined by a residents' vote.
I see. When might the vote actually happen?
Under current law, a residents' referendum cannot be held at the same time as other public elections and is prohibited within 60 days before an election.
I see.
While a vote could theoretically take place before April 3rd this year, the timeline is extremely tight and the process is expected to require several hundred billion won, making it unrealistic in practice. As a result, the Busan-Gyeongnam Administrative Integration Referendum is likely to be held after the launch of the new local government in June. If the referendum shows strong public support, the process would move to its final stage with the election of a unified local government head.
I see. Thanks for explaining this, because this, of course, involves many agencies and people as well. Moving on, we are hearing criticism over how long it takes Busan police to respond to a scene. So what's the issue?
According to the Busan Metropolitan Police, average on-site response times have been gradually increasing in recent years. In 2023, the average response time was 5 minutes and 18 seconds. This rose slightly to 5 minutes and 19 seconds in 2024, and again to 5 minutes and 22 seconds in 2025, showing a steady slowdown.
Right.
Looking at individual police stations last year, Yeongdo Police Station recorded recorded the fastest response time at 4 minutes and 9 seconds, while Gangsa Police Station was the slowest at 7 minutes and 11 seconds.
I see. Well, you can tell there's like a difference depending on which police station you're calling into. What exactly does on-site response time mean, and how does the police plan to address all of this?
On-site response time refers to the period from the moment a dispatcher finishes speaking with the caller to the moment a patrol officer arrives at the scene. Police explain that several factors have contributed to the longer response times, including an increase in non-emergency reports that do not require dispatch, such as simple complaints or inquiries. In response, the police said they will no longer treat response time as a single performance indicator, but instead as a structural issue requiring more detailed management. The entire process will be broken down into stages, from report intake and call termination to dispatch orders, patrol car deployment, and arrival at the scene. This year, the Busan Metropolitan Police aims to reduce response times by 5 to 6 seconds overall, while individual police stations are targeting reductions ranging from 2 to 19 seconds.
I see. Well, if you're a victim of a crime, every second counts. So I can see why people might be concerned. Well, moving on to our next story. Busan has opened a new era of 3 million international tourists for the first time this year. And now the city says it is ready for the next step. What's the plan?
Busan announced yesterday on the 14th that it has completed the construction of the Busan Tourism Digital Archive, designed to prepare for the era of 5 million international visitors. The archive collects, preserves, and utilizes digital materials related to Busan's tourism resources, while also integrating and managing tourism data held by the city and various public institutions in one unified system. The city plans to use the archive extensively as foundational data for planning new tourism projects and establishing future tourism policies.
I see. Can the general public access this archive, and what kind of materials are available?
Around 17,000 tourism-related digital items have been compiled, covering Busan's attractions, festivals, events, and promotional content. The materials are organized by type and theme and include not only photos and videos, but also audio, virtual reality, and other digital formats. The archive is available in English as well, improving accessibility for international visitors. And its high-quality materials can be freely used by anyone through the website without copyright concerns.
I see. Thanks for letting us know about this. And moving on to our next story, we're hearing about a remarkable blood donation record set right here in Busan. What's the story?
According to the Busan Blood Center of the Korean Red Cross, Choi Yong-soo completed his 400th blood donation last Tuesday on the 13th at the Taeyeon Blood Donation Center in Busan. Mr. Choi's connection to blood donation began during his college years when he first donated to help close people suffering from a blood disorder. What started as a single act of support gradually became a lifelong mission. The journey, however, was not always smooth. In his early days as a donor, Mr. Cho was at times turned away because his health indicators did not meet the required standards. Rather than discouraging him, the experience became a turning point. He realized that to save someone else's life, he first had to be fully prepared himself.
Right, and we've heard about Mr. Trey a couple times in the past as well because, he keeps on breaking his own record. I can't imagine the commitment it takes to be healthy, to maintain your health, just so you can donate, right?
To maintain peak physical condition, Mr. Che has consistently combined regular exercise with careful dietary control, dedicating himself to strict self-care for decades. He said that blood donation is a precious form of volunteering that can only be done when both time and health allow, calling it a kind of privilege reserved for healthy citizens. He added that regular blood donation which also helps him check and manage his own physical condition, has become a major source of fulfillment and vitality in his life.
Ah, what a story. And maybe we can take a page out of his book as well. If you're healthy enough, if you choose to do so, maybe we can participate in blood donations as well. Thank you so much for all the local stories. Have a wonderful day. We'll check in with you tomorrow. And the next time I think of snow, I'll think of you. So thank you.
See you tomorrow.
I'll be back with your traffic and weather. It's time for your traffic report. There was a vehicle broken down on the Dongso overpass going away from the city right past the Pumnagor ramp. It's been cleared, but there is some residual backup. A cargo truck has broken down on Gyeongbu Expressway towards Seoul right by the Yangsan ramp. It's backed up on Chungnyeoldaero from Minam to Naesong intersection. It's also congested on Luno-Samsungdaero from Myeongji underpass to Shinho Bridge. Currently, it is, are you ready for this? 11 degrees Celsius, but cloudy across Busan. There are some areas seeing light rain. The skies will clear up by midday, and the daytime high will go all the way up to 15 degrees for a warm spell to last the next few days. Across the country, warmer than usual, with afternoon highs going up to 17 degrees in some areas. Rain or snow forecast for Gangwon and parts of Gyeongsang. It snowed or rained across the country overnight, so let's be extra aware of the icy roads. Use public transportation if possible to avoid the morning rush. And if you do drive, be especially careful around tunnels, bridges, and sharp curves. This was your traffic and weather. It's time for Top Stories. We have Haley here. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, star Kang Sa-yu.
헤이가 떴다.
I have to ask, what do you hate about winter?
Very specific,
Yes.
but extremities and my forehead gets so cold.
Oh.
Because I have so this is a forehead. I have a 5 head. I have a relatively larger-ish protruded
It's
forehead.
so cute, though.
So I
It's
think
pretty.
it just gets like it's like the first part of my body that just like blocks the wind. So I actually do get like cold headaches when when I'm out and about and it's especially windy. So I did buy a headband for my winter runs. I do love winter runs though.
Really?
Yeah, I know. As I hear the collective surround sound
Yes.
of what's wrong with her sigh, I know. But yeah, winter running is great.
Right. What I hate about winter is feeling under the weather like right now. So if I sound a little nasally, I do want to apologize ahead of time. I got my butt shot yesterday, preemptive, because I can be 2 more days ago. Today, tomorrow.
I mean, dry air, right? I'm a little phlegmy. You're a little nasally. Or,
it's
the
winter.
gross sisters. Right now.
We're going to jump into our top stories. We're going to begin with President Lee Jae-myung's diplomatic trip to Japan.
Right. So President Lee Jae-myung returned to South Korea last night after 2 days in Japan, where he held his second summit with Japanese Prime Ministers Hanae Takaichi. So here, the two leaders agreed to overall boost bilateral cooperation. So in what ways? Well, one notable agreement was to jointly conduct the search and forensics into the remains from the Josei undersea mine.
Yes.
Where over 180 people, many of them Korean laborers, died when the mine collapsed.
Yes.
And this is being assessed as the beginning of the two countries looking to work out their historical issues.
In fact, the two leaders met on the second day of Lee's visit as well, right?
Right. So this was at the Horiji Buddhist temple in Nara Prefecture.
Right.
This was actually a symbolic choice of location. The 7th century temple was influenced by the Baekje Kingdom, which shows the 1,500-year-long bilateral ties and cultural ties between the two nations. President Lee Jae-myung also met with Koreans and Korean Japanese living in Kansai, thanked them for their efforts in safeguarding democracy during the martial law imposition 2 years ago.
Okay.
He also mentioned the pains of Koreans living in Japan as victims of history and vowed that the country will take care of its people.
I see. Well, Japanese outlets reported that the two leaders discussed South Korea potentially joining the CPTPP. So can you explain?
Right. First of all, what is the
Yes.
CPTPP? It stands for, it's a mouthful, the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership. Essentially, it is a trade agreement among 12 countries, ranging from Australia, Brunei, Canada, Chile, Japan, so on and so forth, to the UK and Vietnam. It's actually, in terms of size and the ground that it covers, the world's fourth largest free trade agreement.
Yes.
This is the iteration after the U.S. pulled out of the Trans-Pacific Partnership, the much shorter TPP. And Japanese Chief Cabinet Secretary Sato Kai said that the CPTPP was discussed in the summit between President Lee and Prime Minister Takaichi, although neither leaders mentioned it during their official press briefing.
Sure. But this issue is apparently linked to Japanese seafood imports?
Right. So this is because in order for any new member to join the CPTPP, which South Korea is considering, it actually needs consensus from all 12 sitting members.
I see.
And President Lee Jae-myung said in an interview with the Japanese media outlet prior to the summit that in order for South Korea to get Japan's cooperation in joining the group, importing Japanese seafood would be or could be a key issue.
Yes.
However, President Lee added that this is not a short-term issue and it's tied to emotional and trust issues in South Korea, so it'll take longer to resolve.
I see. We're going to leave the summit there. Up next, I talked about the persistently high dollar currency in the opening, but there is an interesting new theory as to why that is.
It is one part of the picture, so take that with a grain of salt. It's also the currency or the economy is never one reason.
Yes.
If it were, we could pinpoint to it and solve it. But one of the many reasons has been pointed to an excessive amount of money circulating in the market.
Oh.
Is there any such thing as too much money? Well, not in my pockets, but in the overall market, yes. So here's your economic term of the day, the M2 to GDP ratio. What is that?
M2.
So it compares the broad measure of money supply. So money supply is abbreviated to M2, I don't know, ask economists, to a country's economic output, which is the GDP. Basically what it means, how much money is available for transactions, buying and selling out there related to the stuff, goods and services you can buy or pay for with that money. So the question is there too much money going around in comparison to the stuff that can be purchased with that money?
Interesting. So what is the ratio for South Korea?
Right. So South Korea's, under the Bank of Korea's new criteria, 153.8%. That's the ratio. So well over 100. By the way, the M2 to GDP ratio hit 100 in 2008 for South Korea. That was the global financial crisis. And it's been increasing ever since, but it is coming down from a peak of 157 back in 2023 during the COVID years. However, what does that mean by itself? Nothing. So let's compare to other economies. For the US, that ratio was just 71%. So there's much less money circulating in the market. Actually, South Korea's ratio, its figures are higher than other major economies. For instance, the Eurozone, which comes in at a little over 108 points.
So going back to the whole premise of basically South Korea has too much money in circulation.
Essentially, that is what some people are arguing. That this oversupply of money in the market, that's been dropping the Korean won's value. Because if there's too much of something, the value will go down. Therefore, the currency rate being what it is. However, the Bank of Korea differs, saying that there isn't an excessive spike in the volume if you look at the longer term picture, and this might be too narrow of a view.
I see. Well, in the meantime, the U.S. Treasury Secretary issued a statement about the Korean won currency rate.
Right. So in what some observers are saying could be a verbal intervention, U.S. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent said that the current depreciation, so the falling of the Korean won, was not in line with the Asian country's strong economic fundamentals. So it is an expression of confidence in South Korea's economy, but also saying that yes, the won has been falling rather quickly. The comment came during his meeting with South Korea's finance minister Gu Yun-chul this week, where Bessent also said that this excess volatility in the foreign exchange market is undesirable. So you might be wondering, why is the U.S. Treasury Secretary commenting on the Korean won? Is the situation that bad? Well, because U.S. interests are at play. Because there are concerns that the won's weakness could affect Korean businesses' investment plans for the United States.
So it's all connected.
It is all connected. By the way, this verbal intervention, or what perceived verbal intervention, was effective immediately after the won, or the currency rate, dropped by almost 10 won. It ended the late night trading at 2 a.m. at 1,464 won to the dollar.
I see. Thank you for giving us a lowdown on this. Next up, the police investigation into Coupang is ongoing, but its interim CEO has apparently left the country.
Right. So interim Coupang CEO Harold Rogers, according to reports, he has left the country at the end of last year. This was 2 days after he went into the National Assembly for questioning. The Seoul Metropolitan Police investigating Rogers as well as other individuals implicated in the massive data leak. They learned about this the day before they were due to question him. And that was supposed to be earlier this month.
Okay.
So the police task force has therefore requested the Justice Department to notify them of his return. Coupang said that Rogers is on a previously scheduled business trip, and it has also notified the police that he, as well as the company, will fully cooperate with the investigation.
I see.
However, if you take that into a larger scope, this is the second high-profile case where someone who was under police investigation was able to leave the country. The head of Seoul Police said that after the fact, they are looking into issuing a travel ban for Rogers. However, this actually requires higher threshold of legal justification for a foreign national.
Well, as this is going on, U.S. lawmakers are coming to Coupang's defense.
Right. So again, U.S. influence potentially, or at least insight into domestic matters. But again, the thing about Coupang is it is a Korean company, but also it's actually not.
Yes.
So Republican hardliners from the U.S. Congress, they've called South Korean regulations and investigations into Coupang hostile actions against U.S. companies, and even threw around terms like a witch hunt. So one such Republican is Congressman Darrell Issa, who's a senior member of the U.S. House Foreign Affairs Committee. So he met with Trade Minister Yeo Han-gu, who was in the U.S., and after the meeting, Issa posted on social media that the bottom line is that there are consequences for state-sponsored hostile actions towards American companies and American citizens. Coupang, despite again doing vast majority of its business in South Korea, is a U.S. listed company with headquarters in Seattle. Its CEO is U.S. citizen Kim Bum-seok, who holds over 70% of the decision rights in the parent company Coupang Inc.
Yes. All right. We're going to go to our international story. We need to know what's going on in Iran right now.
Right. So death toll has been spiking to at least 2,400 people dead. That's based on the U.S.-based human rights activist news agency.
Yes.
Over 90%, according to the group, were demonstrators. So some were security officials as well. And with over 18,000 people under detention. The toll will likely rise, but already it is 4 times bigger than the 2022, the Masha Amini protest. And that was actually considered a particularly violent crackdown.
Right, right.
So to give you a little bit of a snapshot into how gruesome the situation is or may have been for demonstrators, an eye doctor in Tehran has documented more than 400 eye injuries from gunshots from a single hospital, meaning the security officials are allegedly shooting demonstrators in the face or in the head. And that apparently is a tactic that the authorities have used since the 2022 crackdowns.
Are we seeing any signs of movement by the U.S.?
Right, so that is another very important facet of this story. Interestingly, U.S. President Donald Trump said that the U.S. was told the killing and executions in Iran, they're stopping, although he didn't really specify the source. In another aspect, the U.S. and UK are pulling personnel from their air base in nearby Qatar as a precautionary measure. So this raises speculations as to, is there military intervention potentially coming?
Right. And making covering the situation extremely difficult is the internet blackout in Iran.
Right. So the government officials have officially shut off the internet as of last Thursday. And there is a very small trickling of photos and videos from the country that can bypass censorship. So to that end, Elon Musk has made Starlink, the satellite internet, free in Iran. So even if they haven't paid the monthly subscription, those who have the dishes can now get internet access. But then there is a matter as to, well, how many people have the satellite dishes? On top of that, apparently the authorities have started to crack down against this and started to search for Starlight dishes, and owning that is illegal in Iran, subject to up to 2 years in detention.
I see. Well, that's the lowdown. What's happening in Iran? We're going to keep tracking that story as well. Thank you for all the top stories. We'll check in with you in hour number 2. Thank you, Haley.
Thank you.
Well, we are ready for a song break. Right about now, this is Make It Right by BTS.
바다들을 건너 넓고 넓은 새길 헤매어 다녔어 Baby I can make it better I can hold you tighter 그 머리를 위해서 Oh you're the light 주대 받지 못한 화도 받지 못한 나를 알아줬던 다른 사람 그도 보이지 않던 영원의 밤 내게 아침을 선물한 건 너야 이제 그래서 내가 잡아도 될까 Oh, I can make it right Alright Alright Oh, I can make it right Alright Alright 세상 속에 영웅이 됐나 나를 찾는 그날 너와 내 손 트로피와 갬뱃물 All day everywhere 모든 게 너에게 닿기 위함인 girl 내 요청의 답인 girl 널 찾기 위해 노래 Baby
처음보다 조금 더 커진 기회 좀 더 단단해진 목소리에 모든 건 내게 돌아가기 위해 이제 너라는 지도 활짝 펼칠게 말 위해 나봐 왜 못 알아봐 남들의 하우스 땀이나 듣고 싶지 않아 너의 향긴 여전히 나를 꽉 뚫어 무너뜨려 되돌아가자 그대로
Baby I know I can make it better I can hold you tighter 그 모든 길은 널 향한 거야 더 소용없어서 너 아니다는 걸 그때처럼 날 어루만져줘 끝도 보이지 않던 영원의 밤 내게 아침을 선물한 건 너야 이제 그래서 내가 잡아도 될까 Oh, I can make it right Alright Alright Oh, I can make it right Alright Alright Oh, I can make it right
여전히 아름다운 너 그날의 그때처럼 말없이 그냥 나 안아줘 지옥에서 내가 살아남은 건 날 위했던 게 아닌 되려 너를 위한 거란 걸 한다면 주저 말고 please save my life 너 없이 헤쳐왔던 사막 위는 목말라 그러니 어서 빨리 날 잡아줘 너 없는 바다는 결국 사막과 같은 거란 걸 알아
Alright I can make it better I can hold you tighter Oh, I can make it right 더 소용없어서 너 아니다는 걸 Oh, I can make it right Alright
right, it's time for Ask Dr. Liu. Dr. Liu, what are you doing? I was like trying to introduce you.
Oh, just want to refresh myself.
Oh,
okay.
fixing your hair. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. It's drizzling outside.
Oh, it is right now?
Yes,
okay.
right now.
Yeah, it was like on and off a little bit in the morning, but I guess it's drizzling. It depends on where you are, right?
That's right.
So thank you for the real update on the weather. I want to ask you a text topic, though. What do you hate about winter?
Snow. I used to love snow.
Oh, you hate snow.
Yeah, but
okay.
you know what? I used to love snow,
Yes.
but at some point, I started to dislike it because when I was really into skiing, I was really into skiing. I really loved snow.
Right.
Every time I checked my cell phone and then what's the weather like in ski resorts. So I have an application that tells each weather status in every ski resort here in Korea. But now when winter comes around, my thoughts it comes like this: who's gonna clear all those melts, and also the road will turn dirty and messy, and then as a doctor, I'll probably see more patients brought into the ER after slipping and falling into icy road.
Ooh, okay. So those are the reasons you dislike snow.
So a lot of car accidents, a lot of
Yes.
patients are breaking their bones and hips and things like that.
Okay. Well, we're going to dive into our segment. What do you have for us today? I'm so curious about the topic.
Okay, today there are a lot of supplements, advertisements everywhere. They're everywhere on TV, in pharmacies, online ads. They're promising that energy and memory. If you take this one, it's gonna have a better memory and stronger, healthy, and so many options.
Yes.
So for us, it's easy to get confused.
Okay, well, we need the lowdown. I started writing down like names of supplements that I need to ask you about, but okay. Here we go.
Okay, the reason why people are really into these kind of supplements, you know the reason?
What's the reason?
People live longer.
Yeah, that's true.
People live longer, and this is wonderful. But the longer life always brings new worries. Fatigue, muscle loss, receding hair, memory slips, and sagging skins, and feeling slower than before.
Sure.
I can totally relate to that these days. And when there's a fear, uncertainty, marketing steps in. Many supplements take a very complex issues and turn it into a very simple story.
Yes.
Like feeling tired? You must take this one.
Yeah, you see it all the time.
Yes.
And with all the home shopping channels like hawking, this or that, and you're like, do I need that? Do I have to add that to my regimen? Like, I actually only have a few. I just started recently. I am very guilty of not being real, into the supplements. So I take the real basics. And I'm sure we're going to go into which supplements that people take. So, according to age, though, people might be wondering whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, beyond. Can you break this down for us by age group? Because I'm thinking what a 20-year-old needs might be different from like a 60-year-old.
Yeah, 맞아요. 정말 중요해요. That's a very important topic. First of all, the one supplement that I recommend for all age groups is vitamin D.
Okay, that I take.
Yeah.
Check.
Almost 70 or 90% of all the people in Korea are vitamin D deficient.
Right.
Because you're supposed to be naked.
In the sun.
But
okay.
Because of the civilization and urban life, we are just cooped up in our room or building.
Especially during winter. Like we don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah. Even in summer, people, wear masks and wear hats and wearing sunscreens and sunblocks. And so it deprives our body of getting chance to, produce vitamin D. So vitamin D is a sunshine vitamin D. I wanted to know this one. It's not just for our bone, but also it's to do with our mood and nervous system and immune system.
Okay.
Okay, let me walk you through the age group and then what kind of vitamins they need. Okay, first teenagers.
Oh, teenagers.
Of course, vitamin D and omega-3 fatty acids.
Oh, okay.
Because teenagers are picky eaters.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, not many kids love fish.
Right, that's true.
Yeah, and also their taste buds is more catered to processed foods.
So true.
Yeah, that's why omega-3 because it supports our brain, it supports our heart.
Okay, so omega-3 even if you're a teenager.
That's right. And also in 20s and 30s.
Okay.
Of course, vitamin D.
Vitamin D.
Yeah, and I want to mention magnesium.
Magnesium.
Yeah, magnesium. So, especially not many people know that magnesium has at least 10 different types of magnesium.
Ah.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Okay. Magnesium is involved in over 300 reactions in our body.
So, our producer.
Okay.
Besides the fact that she was like I could hear her like fiercely taking notes.
Okay.
I know she wrote down magnesium for sure. Is there like a particular one without giving a brand name? Like you said, there are different types of magnesium.
Okay, there are actually 10 types.
Okay.
But I want to mention three important things.
Here we go.
L-threonate.
Huh?
L-threonate. 트레온산. 트레온산 magnesium. 트레온산.
Yes.
That's the only one that can penetrate our blood-brain barrier.
Oh, really?
So if you want to improve your memory, I want you to buy that 트레온산 magnesium. But that's the magnesium, the most expensive one.
Okay. But it's good for you.
Yeah, it's the only one that, it's known to penetrate blood-brain barrier. So if you want to be smart, I want you to take this one. And also magnesium, usually it helps with muscle relaxation and nerve stability and sleep quality and stress regulation.
Sure,
In the 20s and 30s, they're under a lot of stress.
Yes.
You know, 학업 stress and also job seeking stress and things like that.
True.
Yes, that's right. And also another magnesium I recommend is glycinate magnesium. Glycinate magnesium. Because a lot of migraineurs are out there.
Right.
Glycinate magnesium has proven to improve their migraine kind of a preventative working. Yes, that's right. And also omega-3, of course, younger generations, they often don't have time, so they end up grabbing processed food or just get through their days. And in their 40s and 50s, and their body starts to get out of order.
So what do we need?
So they need, of course, vitamin D and omega-3 fatty acids and vitamin B12.
B12.
Yeah.
Writing that down.
Is 이거 저기 신경과 족보예요. 족보 means most
like a chichi.
Yes. Is it called chichi?
Is it not?
You gotta know this one because it's often on medical examination.
Right. It's like the basics. You have
you have to have because vitamin B12 it can. If it's deprived, it can cause dementia. And also memory problems.
Okay.
Because as we get older,
Circle B12.
our body, our body might have some problems absorbing this vitamin B12. And also in their 40s and 50s, they're taking some medications like high blood pressure, diabetes, and cholesterol, things like that. Some diabetic medicines can prevent, impedes the absorption process of this vitamin B12.
Right. And in terms of later on, could you do us a huge favor?
Yes.
Doctor, if I can request, later on, if you have time, if you can, in our chat room on the note too, can you type the different types of the magnesium?
I'd love to. I'd love to.
Because I know people are like, some people are driving, they're like, where do I take this down? 다시 듣기. Yes. Okay.
Okay. So, of course, you can't overdose vitamin B, magnesium, because magnesium, if you take 100 pills of magnesium,
yes,
you wouldn't not die of it, because it's not. You cannot overdose magnesium, because you might suffer from kind of gastroenteric problems, because it works like an laxative. So mind you, this one, some people are sensitive to magnesium. So if you have problems like diarrhea after taking this magnesium, try to minimize the dosage. It depends upon its individual variation. Is important.
Okay, and so so far, pretty simple, very specific for the age groups. And we have a question from Leslie, and she wants to know: instead of all these supplements, wouldn't it be better to adjust our diets to include most of these, or just take the supplements for things that you're like extremely deficient in? Or do you think that these supplements are so necessary that we should take at least, because actually you didn't mention a wide range. I heard vitamin D, omega-3, and then depending on maybe magnesium and B12 was what I heard, right? So maybe 4 and fewer if you're younger, but what would you say to that for people who might be wondering, can we get them in food, or is it really difficult to get that in food?
Oh, actually, we can get it through foods. So balanced diets.
Yes.
Actually, I was gonna wrap up by saying this one, because food is the first priority.
Yes.
Okay, but if you have some medical conditions, and if you can get a hold of these kind of those various types of fresh foods,
yes,
vitamins might be replace those kind of replenish your deficient vitamins and things like that.
And then so in terms of anything else that we need to know, because once again, going back to all the ads and stuff like that, that you see whether on your social media accounts or the internet or on TV, what should we be kind of mindful of, or be careful of?
Because people are really into simple things.
Yes.
They don't like very complicated, sophisticated things like feeling fatigue. One ad says that if you're feeling tired, it's because of albumin deficiency. I gotta buy this albumin.
Yeah.
But that doesn't fix it all, because fatigue is caused by some other problems like depression or some other mental diabetes.
Sure.
Or it can be caused a lot of inflammation. Some other worst case scenarios caused by cancers. So in that case, resorting to these kind of vitamin pills or supplements might delay the seeking process of doctors.
Yes.
So it can be a very deadly, very dangerous. So I would say, first of all, seek medical doctors before taking these kinds of vitamins, and also you have to get the bottom of this is your symptoms, like feeling fatigued and sleep problems and weight loss and feeling indigestion. So first of all, talk to your doctor about taking vitamin pills.
And I think that's a great point that you make, Dr. Liu, because some people think most of not all, but some of the supplements or most of them are like over the counter, or you can order them through Chiku. But if you don't have, the expertise of a doctor guiding you, you might be doing more harm to your health, no?
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes overtaking vitamins can cause a lot of unnecessary health issues. So first of all, don't too much rely on a lot of ads. Always be consult to your doctors.
Sure.
So it's always safe to, what's better? It's better to be safe than sorry.
Absolutely. And I know that you already mentioned this, but I do want to go over the best way, to manage our lifestyle are obviously not through just the supplements, right? So what would you say to that? What do we need to do every day?
Okay, every day, physical activity.
Oh, yes.
And there are many brain pills because people are worrying about getting dementia. A lot of brain pills are endorsed on a lot of ads.
Yes.
But those are not scientifically proven. So physical activity and also sleep really well because sleep can recover our brain cells and social connection, chatting with your friends and family members, and healthy diets, balanced diets. You know, there are a lot of artificial combined vitamin supplements.
Yes.
Would you rather take those pills or taking a lot of fresh fruit, seasonal foods?
Oh, the fresh seasonal fruits.
Yes,
of course,
fresh seasonal foods is much better than artificial or chemical vitamins.
Yes.
That's why healthy diet is really important. And also, don't forget to check your body physical checkup done on a regular basis. Here in Korea, we have a fantastic screening system.
We do.
Yes. Go and check your blood pressure, sugar, cholesterol. Yeah, that's the most important thing.
All right. Well, we want to end with, you always have like a quote for us, right?
Yeah.
So what might that be?
Yeah, it's a quote from ancient Greek physician Hippocrates.
Oh.
히포크라테스인데 Hippocrates.
Yes.
이거 정말 조심해. Not hypocrite.
No.
Hippocrates.
Yes.
Okay, he said that let food be thy medicine and then medicine be thy food. 음식이 정말 약이고 약이 음식이다.
Great point. So thank you for pointing out all the factors that might go into choosing some supplements. And of course, we want to say one more time, check with your own doctor before you begin on any supplement regimen. So thank you for coming in today, and we look forward to next week's topic as well. Thank you, Dr. Liu.
네, 감사합니다.
All right, everybody, it's time to wrap up. How about this one, Vitamin by Park Haki for our last song. I'll be back at 8.
처음 너를 만나던 그날 설레던 5월의 아침 아카시아 달콤한 향기 부드러운 바람 우릴 감싸주고 함께 걸어왔던 시간들 그림 같은 예쁜 날들 여비 내리던 여름 하늘을 구르던 너의 웃음처럼 너는 나의 사랑 너는 나의 요정 온 세상 눈부신 향기를 뿌리고 너는 나의 노래 너는 나의 햇살 넌 나의 비타민 날 깨어나게 해 함께 걸어왔던 시간들 그림 같은 고운 날들 눈 내리던 겨울밤 우리가 남겨놓은 그 발자국처럼 너는 나의 사랑 너는 나의 요정 온 세상 눈부신 향기를 뿌리고 너는 나의 노래 너는 나의 햇살
Your bridge to the world. BEFM 부산 영어방송.
기업체 사장님들 아직도 직영으로 식당 운영하고 계십니까? 위탁급식과 도시락 전문기업 더 좋은 푸드에 맡겨보십시오. 운영비 절감 효과 확실합니다. 식대는 협의 후 맞춰드립니다. 지역 부산 경남 051-784-0877 051-784-0877
인생 막창을 찾았어. 이러는 만나 불만열삼 막창의 신불만열삼 전사의 신불만열삼 여기가 인생 막창 불타는 막창 열받은 삼겹 불만열삼 창원문이 1588-9376
혹시 혹시 지금 운전 중이신가요? 어린이 교통사고 피해자 수는 지난 3년 평균 약 9만 명. 특히 어린이 보호구역 안전 기준이 강화된 이후에도 어린이 보호구역 내 사고는 지속적으로 발생하고 있습니다. 스쿨존에서는 반드시 시속 30km 이하 서행, 스쿨존 내 불법 주정차 금지, 차량 출발 전 앞뒤 좌우 살피는 습관으로 어린이가 안전한 도시를 만듭니다. 참, 운전 중 휴대전화 사용은 모두에게 위험합니다. 우리 모두를 위한 교통안전, 나부터 실천하면 모두가 안전해집니다. 어린이가 안전하게 뛰어놀 수 있는 부산. 아이 키우기 좋은 도시는 우리 모두의 미래이자 희망입니다. 이 캠페인은 어린이가 안전한 부산을 만드는 은행, B&K 부산은행과 함께합니다.
I was so busy this morning. I didn't even get to check my messages. I almost got hit.
Here comes the safety hero. Stop right there, Smombi. Put your phone away. Keep your head up. Look around.
What was I doing? Thank you. I'm finally free from being a smombie.
As you just heard, even a quick text could lead to a serious accident. This kind of behavior has a name, smombi, a word created by combining smartphone and zombie.
Walk with your head up and check your surroundings before you move. Let's build a safer traffic culture and keep our streets free from smombies. This campaign is brought to you by BEFM 부산 영어 방송.
아직 어렵게 느껴지는 영어. 아이들 영어는 어떻게 챙기시나요? 부산 영어 방송이 준비한 어린이 영어 콘텐츠 세상. BFM 키즈 영상 채널이 여러분을 찾아갑니다. 샘 해밍턴과 윌 벤저스 그리고 모모랜드 낸시가 함께하는 BFM 키즈에서 영어로 듣는 부산 설화와 전래동화, 재밌는 파닉스 영어, 신나는 K-팝 영어까지 만나보세요. 우리 아이의 영어 실력과 창의력을 쑥쑥 키워줄 특별한 어린이 영어 채널 BFM 키즈가 여러분을 기다립니다. 지금 바로 BFM 키즈를 검색하고 구독해주세요.
The time is now 8 o'clock.
Welcome back, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. This is Spotlight News. Seoul City bus strike ends. Unionized bus drivers in Seoul have reached a collective wage deal with the management, ending a 2-day strike with the buses running normally starting this morning. The agreement was reached in a special mediation session held late last night following marathon negotiations, according to Seoul City government officials. The two sides agreed to raise wages by 2.9% and extend the retirement age from the current 63 to 64 to go up to 65 by next year. PPP split over expulsion of Han Dong-hoon. An internal rift within the opposition People Power Party, PPP, is growing after its ethics committee decided to remove former chair Han Dong-hoon from the party over his family's public opinion manipulation allegations. The committee voted that his family's comments on the party site about the ex-president was extremely damaging to the party, prompting objections from the pro-Han supporters who denounced the vote as being politically motivated. Han held a press conference yesterday where he described the party's move as another declaration of martial law, vowing to block it once again with the people and party members. Police police raid lawmaker Kim Byung-gi and puts him under travel ban. The police raided the home and offices of Democratic Party lawmaker Kim Byung-gi and put Kim and his wife under a travel ban as part of an investigation into allegations of bribery and other irregularities. Kim is suspected of allegedly receiving illegal political funds from two members of the Dongjak District Council in 2020 and returning the money, as well as alleged intervention in his son's admissions and employment. The police also imposed travel bans over the two district councilors implicated in the case. The police plan on summoning Kim for questioning in the near future. Regulator urges Coupang to take down independent data leak probe results. The Personal Information Protection Commission, or PIPC, yesterday requested Coupang to remove the results of its independent probe into the massive data leak from its mobile app and website describing them as unverified information. The company posted a notice claiming a former employee breached the personal information of 33 million users but saved data from only about 3,000 accounts, which Coupang claimed was later deleted. The regulator said that this notice could cause confusion among the public as it has yet to be verified by an official investigation, noting the notice could be considered as investigation interference. U.S. and Denmark hold talks over Greenland. The foreign ministers of Denmark and Greenland met with U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance for talks in Washington, with the Danish foreign minister saying that it is absolutely not necessary for the U.S. to acquire Greenland. Foreign Minister Lars Løkke Rasmussen added that the talks were frank but fundamental disagreements were made, saying that there is no instant threat from Russia or China. U.S. President Donald Trump reiterated after the meeting that the U.S. needs Greenland for national security, casting doubt over Denmark's ability to stop China or Russia if they invaded the Arctic territory. This was Spotlight News. This is Let You Love Me by Rita Ora, and I'll be back with our in-house special interview.
Instead of going out to find trouble, that's just trouble. Yeah. I think I run away sometimes whenever I get too vulnerable. That's not your fault. See, I wanna stay the whole night. I wanna lay with you till the sun's up. I wanna let you inside. It gets too real, and every time I feel like sabotaging, I start running, and every time I push away, I really wanna say that I'm sorry, but I say nothing. I wanna stay the whole night. I wanna lay with you till the sun's up. I wanna let you inside. Oh, heaven knows I've tried. I wish that I could let you love. Wish that I could let you love me. Wish that I could let you love. Wish that I could let you love me. Say, what's the matter with me? What's the matter with me? Oh, I wish that I could let you love. Wish
It is now time for a special interview. This morning, we are pleased to welcome Marie Antonia von Schoenberg, President and CEO of the Korean-German Chamber of Commerce and Industry. In short, they call it the KGCCI. And so for our special interview, we're going to look ahead to the economic outlook, Busan 2026, and also discuss how Korean-German economic cooperation is evolving in a time of global uncertainty. So she's in the studio already. So let's give her a warm welcome. Welcome to our program.
Thank you so much.
Yes. So I gave you a very, very short intro, but if you could introduce yourself to our listeners, we would greatly appreciate it.
Yes. Lovely to be here. Thank you so much for the invitation. My name is Marie Antonia von Schoenberg. I am, as you said, the President and CEO of KGCCI. KGCCI, we are an organization that is helping to promote bilateral relationships between Korea and Germany. We help mainly German SMEs to establish their relationships here in Korea. So by giving them different services as market research and partner search, etc., etc. We've been active since 1981, so we're celebrating our 45th birthday this year.
Wow.
And yes, we really love what we do, building bridges between our two nations.
Yes. Thank you for the intro so we have a better idea of what KGCCI does. And as I said in the intro, global uncertainty, it's almost become the norm. From your perspective, what are the most significant economic and geopolitical factors shaping Korean-German business relations as we are well into 2026 already?
Yeah, it's the crazy is the new normal, I guess.
Yes.
So what we see is a shift towards a more strategic approach to the relationships.
Okay.
Especially in times of uncertainties, what you're looking for are reliable, trustworthy, long-term partners. And Germany definitely sees Korea as one of these partners and wants to intensify their relations with Korea and, as I said, have a more strategic approach to their activities here. And I'd like to think that Korea sees Germany in the same way, knowing that we're a trustworthy partner and long-term thinking, definitely, so they can rely on us.
Yes, I'm sure. The feelings are mutual. Are there any shifts you see in how German companies view Korea? I'm talking about in terms of maybe things like investment strategy, even supply chains, or maybe regional positioning in Asia?
So what we see generally is a shift from seeing Korea only as a market for sales. And as I said, looking more into strategic partnership, looking for more long-term and investment relations. We see that especially when it comes to R&D. We see more and more German companies being interested in and already doing so, creating R&D centers here in Korea to be able to tap into the amazing talent that we have here and be part of the technological investments and developments here in Korea. So we see a clear shift that is happening from, as I said, from a sales market to we want to be here, we want to collaborate with you, we want to be part of your development as well.
That's quite a shift. And if we look at some of the specific sectors, where do you see the strongest opportunities for this bilateral cooperation, whether it's maybe manufacturing or energy, digitalization, emerging technology? You did mention R&D, of course, already. Yes. But anything else that maybe is emerging as well?
So we do have the whole production, everything that advanced factoring, manufacturing, is something that we're looking into.
Yes.
Very few people know that Germany is is a world leader in industrial software. So we're not known for the great, software AI platforms that you and I use, but in an industrial environment, we're definitely leading.
I see.
So this is something we're seeing a lot of potential because Korea, just as Germany, is very industrialized, very advanced when it comes to robotics and smart manufacturing. So there's a really good platform for us where we can keep collaborating and digging deeper into that relationship.
Yes.
Green technologies would definitely be another thing because both Korea and Germany are looking to have a energy transformation, both in their way and in their capacities, but with so many interesting clean technologies on both sides and the use of new technologies, robotics, etc. I think we can do a lot together. Energy efficiency, where Germany is also leading, I would say is a lot where we can learn from each other and help each other out. And then generally AI and digital transformation. I mean, I did mention industrial software.
Right.
And Korea now with major investments in AI, I think there's a lot that we can do together that even Germany can learn from Korea. And what we really appreciate in the Korean market is the pace, is the speed from the idea to setting foot in the market and really putting the product out on the market. That's fantastic, and I think that's where we definitely can work together very well.
Well, in the intro, I talked about Economic Outlook Busan 2026. It's an event that's held in collaboration with the Busan Jinhae Free Economic Zone Authority. So, from KGCCI's perspective, what makes Busan and also its free economic zone important, a draw for Korean-German business cooperation?
I mean, Busan being Korea's leading port is definitely, it's a neurological place for supply chain management. It's where products come in, where products go out. We have a lot of German companies in the Busan area or Greater Busan area producing here just because it is such a strategic place. Lots of industry here present, so it's fantastic, and we're really happy to work with Busan Jinhae Free Economic Zone. I mean, they're creating a really attractive environment for not only German companies but international FDI in general. Giving the proximity to major industrial clusters and the services they're offering. So we're really happy to be able to collaborating with them for our economic outlook this year.
Sure. I do want to touch upon challenges as well, because of course we are painting this rosy picture, which is very evident of the strong bond and relationship that has grown over the years. But what might some of the key challenges be?
Yeah, I mean, obviously. Let's be honest. There are always challenges.
Yes.
One major challenge we keep seeing is that from a regulatory perspective, there is a certain inconsistency or rather lack of long-term reliability. I think it comes with the fact that, as I just said, Korea is a very fast-paced market. It's very flexible, and with the flexibility and fast changes come a lot of policy changes.
Yes,
which for companies that aren't as fast-paced and or countries that have foreign FDI here in the country need to be able to rely on a certain consistency and long-term thinking. Find it hard to adapt to those new policies. So that is a certain point of challenge for not only German companies but generally FDI.
Yes.
On a cultural level, again, everything that is positive, the differences between our countries where we can learn from each other, it also comes with challenges, right? To understand each other, to live with those different paces, different ways of doing business. But that's where, we come in, and we just love to be that bridge and help understand the differences.
Right.
And the last part, I know you probably need to wrap up. The demographic challenges, actually in both countries, Germany and Korea.
Yes.
I think are going to be definitely something we need to address, and where we also, with our Ausbildungsprogramm, our dual vocational training programs, hope to be able to bridge some of the talent gaps that might arise.
Okay. Well, looking ahead to the Asia Pacific Conference of German Business, APK 2026, it's going to be held in Korea. So, maybe our listeners haven't heard of what this is. What exactly is this conference, this APK?
APK, Asia Pacific Conference, and the K is the German conference, comes from the German conference.
Yes.
Is basically the most important platform where Germany and Asia Pacific meet every 2 years.
Oh, okay.
So 2 years ago, it happened in New Delhi, actually with the then Chancellor Olaf Scholz and President Modi present. And we're expecting some 800 delegates from the Asia Pacific region, Germany, and not only German companies, but really just local companies who want to engage with German companies in the region and discuss what's happening over the next couple of years, creating a future together, hoping to create a lot of new projects. So it's a fantastic platform. We're also expecting the German Minister of Economic Affairs and Energy, and fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
Chancellor Merz might even join us as well.
That's how important this is.
That's how important it is. It really, the German government is working towards making sure that he'll be able to attend. I think it just shows also how important Korea has become in the Asia strategy of German companies. As I said, a reliable partner, future-oriented technology, so much where we can learn from each other, and trustworthy partners. I think that's how we started, right? With uncertainty and knowing that we're reliable, long-term partners, rule-based partners. I think that's the sign that we're going to set with APK.
Yes, and as we wrap up our conversation today, do you want to mention maybe a few of the key priorities on KGCCI's agenda for this year?
APK.
That's the big one.
That's the big one.
Yes.
No, but we will keep investing our resources into building that bridge between Korea and Germany, offering all the services that our clients need.
Yes.
We have a lot of great delegation coming up. One of them actually in May regarding the food sector with 60 participants. So major interest from German companies again to explore Korea. Ausbildung, which I just mentioned, the dual vocational training, is one that we believe as well is needs to be one of our focuses. We're trying to introduce new programs for different sectors because, as I said, the talent and the possible talent gap that we're going to face in the next couple of years is something that our German companies here in Korea are very nervous about, and so we're trying to do our bit as well to support that.
Well, thank you so much for coming in today at this very early hour to speak to our listeners, our viewers, so we have a better idea of the strengthening of bonds between Korea and Germany, obviously. So thank you, and take care. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you so much for the invitation. It was a pleasure being here.
Once again, this was our special interview with Ms. Marie Antonia von Schoenberg, President and CEO of KGCCI. So here's to many more years of cooperation, collaboration, anything that we can do together. We are going to take a song break, so here it is. This is Smile Again by Rumblefish. It's time for your traffic update. There was an accident on Doksan Sanupdaero from the first traffic light to Shinho Bridge right by Nuno, Korea. It's been clear, but there's still backup because of this. A truck has broken down on Namhae Expressway going toward Busan right around the Jingyo ramp. It's backed up on Mandakdaero from Sukdeung to Deokjeon intersection and also busy on Chungjangdaero from pier number 5 to pier number 3. Currently, it's 11. It's going to go up to 15. However, you're going to see on and off light rain. We're hoping that things will clear up by midday and across the country. It is warmer than usual with afternoon highs going up to as high as 17 degrees in some areas. However, Gangwon and Gyeongsang, at least some parts of Gyeongsang, you might see rain or snow. So it has snowed or rained across the country overnight. So please be aware of icy roads. Use public information if possible to avoid the morning rush. If you do drive, be especially careful around tunnels, bridges, and sharp curves. This was your updated traffic and weather. It is time for Wagle Tea Time. Haley's back.
Hello.
Yes. Well, we're going to first get into the story. The trial has started into this public servant who played, I guess we're going to call this so-called martial law games.
That's what he called them.
Oh.
So that's what we're having to call it. So
Yes.
a trial has begun for this Yangyang County public worker who habitually, allegedly coerced, threatened, and even physically assaulted sanitation workers.
No.
So the defendant is a level 7 public official in his 40s. So he's charged with allegedly beating 3 sanitation workers, all in their 20s, consistently. The reason being his stock investment, which no one forced him to make, didn't perform well.
No.
And he, of course, was their supervisor.
Oh my gosh.
So this man allegedly coerced the sanitation workers to even buy shares of the stocks that he had invested in.
Okay.
And then had the workers, some of them, chase after the cleaning truck because he wouldn't put them on the truck. And forced them even to allegedly wear a certain color underwear on some days.
Oh gosh.
The case caught wider attention because, again, he called his behavior as martial law games.
Has he said anything about his behavior?
Right. So after he was indicted, the defendant submitted 3 letters of repentance to the court. And the attorney says that the defendant has admitted to all charges and now is regretting his actions and has also apologized to the victims.
But the county itself is also under scrutiny.
Right. So this is hopefully a singular individual going out of his way to do these actions. But then also the Labor Ministry imposed an 8 million won fine against the county for its lack of proper action. It turns out that, according to the Labor Ministry's findings, the county knew about the cases of workplace bullying, but didn't immediately launch an investigation. And that would be in the violation of Labor Standards Act. And also in the process of the investigation, the authorities found out that it failed to hold gender sensitivity or sexual violence prevention training for many of its employees.
Okay, that is not a good look. All right, we're going to move on. A lot of municipalities and communities spread calcium chloride on the ground to melt the snow, but some people are against this method. We need to know why.
Right. So calcium chloride, in Korean, it's 염화칼슘. This is a powerful de-icing agent.
Yes.
So how it works is it basically attracts moisture and releases heat to break the snow's bonds to surfaces. And for some people, maybe those in the military who are needing to shovel snow, the pretty trash, this is kind of a godsend for them because you spread it and it makes it significantly easier.
Right.
And it is often also used to pre-treat road surfaces in the winter ahead of snow.
Okay.
But because it is a powerful agent, it may be harmful to pets and their paws and also damage the soles of your shoes. So if you have, especially those really expensive snowproof boots, and you get these, that can actually kind of strip away or erode the surface. So make sure you wipe down the bottom of your soles. also, of course, your puppy's paws.
Yes.
So there's an online community post from somebody who recounted the controversy surrounding this at their apartment community. So some dog owners apparently lodged a mass complaint to the apartment management office to stop spreading calcium chloride. The reason is because, of course, this can burn the paws of their dogs or cause pain. Or when the apartment said, well, of course, we want to prevent slipping, this is for safety, then they ask that the calcium chloride be spread only on the roads for vehicles or some major sidewalks, but not everywhere. So according to this writer, the dog owners even asked the management office whether they were willing to be held responsible if their dogs got hurt.
Oh, well, what about public opinion? I'm sure people have weighed in.
Right. So a lot of the netizens, at least on that particular post, the comment said, well, people's safety, resident safety comes first, especially for the elderly. When you slip, things can be more brittle. They can seriously hurt themselves on slippery roads. That unless they, the dog owners who lodged the complaints, were willing to come out with shovels and shovel snow as it comes down, then you cannot be against de-icing agents. Some also suggested being more helpful, putting socks or shoes on their pets' paws.
Yes. And I know some pets that they don't really take to that, but hopefully there can be some sort of middle ground. Hopefully. All right. And for our final story, we're going to end on this heartwarming story about a public employee in charge of tax collection.
Right, we're going to come full circle to a public employee who is great.
Okay.
Is great not only at their job, but also just a great person.
Sure.
But you hear tax collector.
And I said it with that tone.
You get a grimace of like, oh my God, what did I do wrong?
But usually it's because I think harken to days of the IRS.
Right, or the
scary.
NTX, exactly.
Yes.
And then some people break out into cold sweats or anxiety because that is not someone you want to get a call from. Unfortunately, because that is their job to collect overdue taxes.
Sure.
However, this tax collection employee from the city of Suwon literally saved lives. So how? According to the city, a mother who lives in public housing in the city, she was extremely strapped. She was months behind on rent, taxes, and fines. And her son, he's in his 20s, he apparently has a severed tendon on his leg. And because of the economic situation, he couldn't really get properly treated. So he was just staying home.
Okay.
Trigger warning, and we are going to be talking about self-harm or thoughts of suicide. So she, because of the situation, kind of planned to end it all. But I think this also speaks volumes about her character. But before she did that, she wanted to pay off at least a part of her overdue bills and taxes. So she didn't want to become a burden to society. And how? She put her old car up for auction. So this is when Mr. Shin Yong-chul, he is the person in charge at the city's tax department, came to the apartment December of last year to get that auction process going. So he asked her, well, why are you trying to sell your car? And this is when she told him everything. Right.
So yeah. What happened from, I was so entranced by the story. I was like, And then what happened next?
Right. So first he offered to buy her groceries, right? Just feed the family first. She said no. She didn't want to be indebted to anyone. 신세를 지고 싶지 않다. So he left because she said no. But then he had this gut feeling that he just couldn't leave them alone. He wanted to do something just small. Tried to find an ATM, couldn't. Found a handful of cash, 4,000 won in his pocket, and a 붕어빵 stand. So he bought just like a few of the fish-shaped pastries, went back and gave it to her. So the woman said after he left, she just broke down crying, sobbed with that pastry in her hand, and had this thought that perhaps she could or should keep on living.
But I hear this isn't the end. That's not everything he did.
Right. So he continued to visit them with food. And he told them that when she said, I feel really bad, I don't want to take your time. He said, civil servants be there to serve the people and serve the city. So she doesn't need to feel bad. That's his job. He also gave her information on job information, free legal aid, and tax adjustments. So the woman posted the story on the city website, and she is looking for a job. The son actually got better and is out there looking for a job as well. Mr. Shin says he will continue to check in with the family until they get back on their feet.
Oh, wow. Applause. Oh, that's a great story to end on. So thank you for all the Wagley stories. We'll check in with you tomorrow. Thank you, Haley.
Have a great day.
All right, listeners, I'll be back in just a moment with Cultural Interlude.
Good morning. Good morning.
굿모닝입니다.
Good morning.
좋은 아침입니다.
Morning wave in Busan.
Morning wave in Busan.
Morning wave in Busan. Major news, local buzz, and expert takes. It's all here on Morning Wave in Busan. Brighten up your morning commute with Morning Wave in Busan.
Morning wave in Busan.
It is now time for Cultural Interlude. Guess who's back? Michael Gang is back.
I'm back.
Yay.
Yay.
Yeah, how are you?
Super busy. I've been to all over the place.
Right, you went to Japan and then
Indonesia. A lot of work. It's a great way to start the new year, I guess.
Right, busy is good. That means you're in demand.
Yes. Yeah.
Which we want to be in terms of work. So, yes. What do you have for us today?
Yeah. So today we're diving into a remarkable moment for Korea culture and animation.
Okay.
One that unfolded at one of Hollywood's most prestigious stages, the Golden Globe Awards.
Oh, yes. So, of course, some of you may have heard already. We mentioned it in passing. We're going to start with a big headline, a little film that you may or may not have heard of.
Very little, very small.
It's just so small.
Teeny tiny.
Right. It's not the biggest, ending, movie ever. But K-pop Demon Hunters, directed by...
very little, teeny tiny.
A Korean-American filmmaker, Maggie Kang, made waves at the 83rd Golden Globe Awards.
Yes.
So what went down?
Yeah, so K-pop Demon Hunters, often shortened to KDH or Kaedehon, had an incredible night. So at the Golden Globes held on January 11th in Los Angeles, the film won 2 major awards, which is Best Motion Picture for Animated and Best Original Song for Motion Pictures for its soundtrack song Golden.
Are we surprised?
We're not surprised. Are you surprised?
I am not, because our producer was singing this song at like 6:45 in the morning.
It's not just the producer. I think it's pretty much everyone around us, right?
Still, I was like, oh, 아직도 부르세요? And she's like, yeah, we're going to talk about this.
Yeah,
okay.
but even so, I mean, it is a huge achievement.
It
we have
is.
to grant them that,
Right.
So not just for the film itself, though, but for Korean and Korean diaspora representation in global animation.
Right. I mean, and it was not it was a shoe and a small win. The competition was pretty intense.
I can assure you that it was very intense. So Kaedehon beat out some heavyweight contenders.
Such as?
Disney's Zootopia 2.
That's huge.
Yeah. Even that alone is huge enough. But there's more. Pixar's Elio. Japan's Demon Slayer Infinity Castle.
Oh, that was popular, yeah.
As well as European animated features like Arco and Little Amelie.
Ooh.
So defeating Disney and Pixar alone is enough to make this a historic moment.
It is indeed. The fact that, beating out some major heavyweights. So, why is it such a big deal, aside from the fact that, they beat out a lot of big names?
Yeah. So you hear a lot about the Golden Globes, and it is one of Hollywood's most influential award ceremonies.
Right.
So while the Oscars are often seen as the ultimate prize, the Globes are a major indicator of what might happen at the Academy Awards.
Yes.
Yeah. So when a non-traditional studio film rooted deeply in Korean culture wins against major American studios, it signals a shift.
Right.
So it tells us that global audiences and critics are embracing diverse stories, aesthetics, and voices.
Right. Does this mean that there's Oscar buzz? Do we hear it? Do we feel it?
I personally think so, and many others think so as well. So winning the Golden Globes puts K-pop Demon Hunters firmly on the radar for the upcoming Academy Awards in March.
Okay, so that's coming up in a couple months. Let's talk about director Maggie Kang, because her acceptance speech really stood out. What did she say?
Yeah. I'm sure many of you watched the video. It was very heartfelt and powerful. So when she stepped on stage, the first thing she said, half joking, half emotional, was, this is really heavy. 너무 무겁습니다. 너무 무거워요.
Yes.
Then she thanked everyone who believed that the film, deeply rooted in Korean culture, could resonate with audiences around the world.
Sure.
But what really moved people was when she talked about her characters from the movie,
Yes.
especially the women.
Yes, and that part seemed to get a pretty major reaction.
Absolutely. So
Yes.
she explained that she wanted to portray female characters as they truly are, which is strong, confident, sometimes goofy, sometimes weird, craving food, feeling desire, fully human.
Oh, that so sounds like many of us.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was a refreshing rejection of one-dimensional stereotypes, and the audience clearly connected with that message.
Yes, I agree. And it's not, just like if you look at all the kids even that are so influenced by this movie. So let's move to the second award, Best Original Song. And we already told you the winning song was Golden,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. So Golden, as everybody knows, I'm sure the producer, PD님 knows as well, is the emotional centerpiece of the film's soundtrack.
Right.
It beat out songs from major films like Avatar, Fire and Ash, Wicked, For Good, and Train Dreams. The song had been widely predicted to win, and it didn't disappoint.
Right. I mean, that song was just in the heads of everybody. Probably the people who were voting too.
Yeah.
They were singing along, right?
Yeah.
And the acceptance speech by singer-songwriter E was unforgettable as well.
It truly was. So EJ shared a deeply personal story. She talked about how, as a young girl, she trained for 10 years.
Right.
So not just 1 or 2, 10 years with dreams of becoming an idol or celebrity, but was repeatedly told her voice wasn't good enough. But instead of giving up, she turned to songwriting and music creation.
Sure.
So she started writing music instead of singing one. So standing on the Golden Globe stage, she said she had finally found her place.
Yes.
Not just as a singer, but as a storyteller. And she dedicated the song to anyone struggling to accept themselves and ended by thanking her family and fiancé, then said in Korean, 엄마 사랑해요.
Aww.
Yeah. There wasn't a dry eye in the room, I can tell you for
I'm
sure.
sure. And this wasn't the biggest, the first big win for K-pop Demon Hunters because there were other award ceremonies held already.
Yeah, so just a week earlier at the Critics' Choice Awards, the film also won Best Animated Feature and Best Song. So the Golden Globes confirmed what many critics were already saying. This film isn't just popular, it's critically respected.
Okay, so that once again is all about K-pop Demon Hunters and the Golden Globes. And so in terms of the film, it was also nominated for the Cinematic and Box Office Achievement Award, but didn't win. Does that matter?
Not really, because, when we're making films and animations, it's not just about winning awards, right? That award actually went to Sinners, which is another film, which had massive commercial success. The fact that Kaedehon was even nominated shows its broad appeal. So winning the artistic categories is far more important in the long run.
Right. There were other films and, Korean films and artists nominated this year as well, though.
Yes. So director Park Chan-wook's film, No Other Choice, was nominated in 3 categories, including Best Musical or Comedy, Best Actor for Lee Byung-hun, and Best Non-English Language Film. But as many of you know, unfortunately, it didn't win. But the nominations themselves highlight how consistently Korean cinema is appearing on global award stages.
And I think that is so important. I know sometimes we always focus on did it win, did it not, etc. However, the fact of being nominated, being shortlisted to any list of awards or award ceremonies in Hollywood is a major feat.
It is,
right?
it is. It is no small thing.
Yeah, so can you put this in a historical context for us?
Yes, definitely. So Korean content has been steadily breaking barriers at the Golden Globes. It goes all the way back to 2020 when Bong Joon-ho's Parasite, we remember, won Best Foreign Language Film. And the year after, in 2021, Lee Isaac Chung's Minari won the same award.
Yes.
And in 2022, actor Oh Young-soo won Best Supporting Actor for Squid Game. And now in 2025, K-pop Demon Hunters marks a major milestone in animation, a genre where Korean stories have rarely been recognized at this level.
Yes. So if you could also explain how the Golden Globes have changed in recent years, because, there was a whole era where people were boycotting the Golden Globes. But tell us a little bit about this award ceremony.
So this... you mean like the Golden Globe Awards ceremony itself?
Right, and how the Golden Globes changed in recent years.
Oh, yeah. The awards were originally run by the Hollywood Foreign Press Association.
Yes.
But there has been some controversies.
Yes.
Involving racial and gender discrimination. So the organization underwent major reform.
Right, that's what I was referring to. I mean, it was not pretty. And now?
But now, the Globes are run by a joint venture between Dick Clark Productions and Eldridge Industries with a much larger and more diverse voting body of around 300 international journalists. So that reform has clearly influenced the kinds of stories being recognized.
Right. There was a whole few years where it didn't look good for the Globes, but they are back with a vengeance, of course. So I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
What do these wins mean going forward? Because, 2 wins.
Yeah, it means, I think, that stories rooted in specific cultures, like Korean culture, are no longer seen as niche, So, as early as, 5 years ago, 10 years ago?
Right.
I mean, if we think about Korean culture, all we could think about was the traditional clothes, and kimbap, and, that was pretty much it.
Right.
Well, at least for the foreigners, I think. And, I'm sure there were great appeal in those things, but it expanded. And I believe what's important is that people began to get to know about the culture better.
Yes.
And so, one thing led to another, and Korean culture is not Korean culture anymore per se, but it's something that can be shared by a wider audience in the international community.
Right.
So they're global, they're powerful, and they belong on the world's biggest stages. So K-pop Demon Hunter is sort of a symbolism, So Kaedaeon isn't just a win for one film. It's a signal that the future of animation and cinema is truly international.
Right, and we, as you mentioned, the other past wins, which are significant because it shows you the trend, the changes that are in the industry. So thank you for pointing that out. Plus, of course, the behind-the-scenes stories. We'll check in with you next week. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
All right. Well, before we wrap up, I do want to read just a few of your messages. I didn't get a chance to read any of them today. I asked you, what do you hate about winter the most? So 권지연님 says, 입술 건조해서 자꾸 트는 거요. That's true. I've been trying to moisturize my lips more as well. Usually I just put on 1 or 2 layers before the broadcast, but always at the break point, I have to put on another layer because it is so dry. So that is one thing as well. And Hisung-nim says her skin gets dried, super dry during winter. So she needs to take extra care of it. So yeah, we need to lather on that moisturizer, especially at night. That's what I definitely do. And I put on a very sheer lip balm. So that might be helpful. And remember, it really matters, the hydration, drinking plenty of water. That's important during the dry winter season too. So I just wanted to give you a little reminder of that. And because we played Golden by Huntrix, not too long ago, we're going to end it with this song. This is Your Idol by the Saja Boys, but of course from Kaedaehan. So have a great day. Enjoy this song and join me again tomorrow. Bye, everybody.
Check, keeping you obsessed, playing on repeat, without you in your head. Anytime it hurts, play another verse. I can be a sanctuary. No, I'm the only one right now. I will love you more when it all burns down. More than power, more than gold. Yeah, you gave me your heart, now I'm here for your soul. I'm the only one who will love your sins. Feel the way my voice gets underneath your skin. Cause I'm rigid to the fire. Can I get the
끊이지 않는 fever Making you a believer 나를 위해 넌 존재하는 idol
Don't let it show, keep it all inside The pain and the shame, keep it out of sight Your reflection feels like an action 이 순간 give me all your attention You don't want the only one who love your sins Feel the way my voice gets underneath your skin Listen cause I'm